from the city is still. I'm from the city is still.
Welcome to the Special Effects Show at Universal Studios Hollywood. Yeah, I am Susan. Today I'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how we make movie magic. As you probably know, the word movie is a nickname for moving pictures, and in the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns, like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen projecting images onto white backdrops. Imagine for a moment what that must have been like. You're sitting in a dark tent, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when seen in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. Universal Studios has been making movies on this location for over 100 years. In that time, we turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history.
Hold on to your butts.
And now, please welcome my co-host, Matt.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, nice outfit.
Hey, you too, Susan. Now, since the very beginning, the basic concept behind the filmmaking process has remained the same: to make the audience believe everything that you see is real.
Today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive, they're known as special.
And the first special effects were practical effects, effects that are done live on set in front of a camera. And our first example of a practical effect will be models. Universal's 1923 film The Mummy made use of miniature effects, including scale models like the one you see here in the title sequence. And we know that's a model because if you look at the real pyramids, they do not say The Mummy on them. Now, Universal relaunched the franchise in 1999, and the Sphinx that you see in the opening shot right there, that Sphinx is this Sphinx right here. This is the actual model that they used in that movie, and the detail on this guy is chef's kiss. I think Susan would agree, models are still an awesome way to fool a camera.
Absolutely. Another filmmaking tool that also fools the camera is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to achieve the eerie look he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at the side screens. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only the fire and the parking lot were real. Everything else was hand-painted on glass to create a map and then dropped in front of the camera. And then the footage of the birds is incorporated to complete the effect.
So we've just given you two examples of a practical effect, a model and a glass mat.
And there's also a category of practical effects that involves performers and not just props. Practical stunts!
Did someone say stunts?
Please welcome our special effects faces, but you have seen their work in countless television and movie projects, sometimes as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. Please welcome them. We have Julia Elizabeth here, Jay Huerto, and his last show with us. Give a big round of applause for our stunt coordinator, Conrad Pratt. Woo! Now, Conrad, is it safe to say the stunt performers almost always double for actors when there's a fight scene?
That's correct, Susan. Turns out actors don't really like getting hit in the face.
Oh, hit in the face.
Yep, like this.
Is he okay?
Oh no, Jay, you okay? Okay.
He's okay. You can get set up. Now, in staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. All the moves have to be realistic enough to fool the camera, but without getting anybody injured. So the performers have to make it look believable. Now, let me set our scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple of nefarious characters are about to mess with the wrong woman. Ready and action! In that last scene, all the dynamic punches and dumpster hits. Now, what do we call those added sounds?
Foley! Now, you may have heard the term Foley before. It's a process of adding sound effects to a film after shot, but do you know its origins? Jack Foley was a man who wore many hats. He was a writer, he was a director, he was even a stunt double. But it wasn't until he started recording sounds to Universal over 100 years ago that he began to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, Jack worked on Soundstage 10. And if he couldn't recreate a sound that he wanted on that stage, he actually went out and recorded them live. He invented a technique called direct-to-picture, where he and his crew, they recorded their sounds directly to the finished film in just one single take. Now, their time into the action on the screen had to be perfect, because one mistake meant they had to start all the way over from the beginning of the film. And now, to help us demonstrate what Foley's all about, put your hands together for our volunteers!
We got Conrad's fan club from LA.
It's all about Conrad. So you guys are going to help me demonstrate how these objects in front of you, they can be used for something completely different in a film. Ooh, like this little guy. A simple plastic water bottle can actually be used to make the sounds of bones crunching. Check this out. Just like that. And kids, you can try that at home, because your parents are going to love it when you fake an injury. So before we get into you guys, we're going to take a look at how the professionals do it. So everyone, watch your side screens. You're going to see a split screen shot. On one side, you'll see Identity Thief starring Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. And on the other side, Universal's Foley artist, hard at work.
Now I have a plan.
Piece of cake, right, Dylan? So good. All right, so let's let everybody know what you have in front of you and how you're going to use it. So, I mean, you got our shoes on sticks. You can take care of all the running that happens. And then you're also in charge of my crash box. Inside this, we got a lot of metal objects. You're going to give that a spin when Jason goes flying into the shelf, flipping on the chair. Courtney, you got these 2 reams of paper, right? They've been taped up nice and tight. You're in charge of all the face plants. You're going to slam those down on the cutting board. All right, over here is area. You've got our boxing gloves. You're in charge of throw punches and face slaps. And then Chris, down here on the end, we've given you 2 props. We've given you this cowbell. This will be for the sandwich maker when it hits Melissa in the back of the head. And then everybody, this is where things go crazy, because these handcuffs are going to make the sound of handcuffs. Whoa. Corrected response. So these are your props. This is your monitor. When your moment pops up, be nice and outside. Then thumbs up. All right, so Conrad's fan club's ready to go. Let's roll the clip. Record sound, speed, and action. And cut! Nicely done! Nicely done, Wranglers. Way on that stand up. I know you guys, those face slaps sounded like a Foo Fighters drum solo. It was amazing. You may be thinking that sounded a little empty, but here's what it sounds like. We're gonna add back in the dialogue, the soundtrack, and now your sound effects. So stand right here, watch your side screens, let's check out your work.
Get over here and give me your wrists. Okay? Now I have a plan.
You like that? You like that? Like, girl, Sandy? Sandy, good girl.
They nailed it, y'all. Nicely done. Yeah, take them out. Take them out, take them out. There you go.
Thank you so much. While Universal has made great films in every genre, the studio really made a mark over the years, creating some of the industry's most terrifying thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. Scary stuff, right? And all created through the use of very special horror effects. Emerging from the shadows just behind me are the stars of our horror family. Some of the classic Universal monsters. We have the cats of Dracula, Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Imhotep from The Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and Mother Bates. The perfect setting for our next demonstration.
All the way from Las Vegas. Everybody say hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
She's just so shy.
Oh, wow, getting you out of your shell here, Jessica. So she was picked for her very impressive scream. Now, Jessica, let's say that you were face to face with Norman Bates. Let's all hear how you would scream. Yeah.
Wow. Have you been murdered before? Well, that's Vegas for you.
Yeah. As you saw in that fight earlier, stunt performers have to have a very high pain threshold. So my question is, do you?
Well, do you? I love it, but not yet, girls.
That was good, though. That was good. Now, this next demonstration involves movie blood. Does anyone know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in the original Psycho? Shout it out. Chocolate syrup.
That's right, Psycho was a black and white movie, so they can get away with chocolate syrup. But nowadays, movie blood has to be so much more realistic.
Thank you for giving us a hand.
Literally. Yes, but not yet. No, you'll know when to scream. Now, kids, I have to remind you, please do not try this at home.
Try it at a friend's house. All right, push your right hand out of the table for me. Palm up so you're right to your vein. Hold it still. Ready? And...
Oh, no, not the machete.
No, not the machete. I'm kidding. I'm not going to use a machete. I have a sharper knife.
Yeah.
Take a look at the side screens, everyone. Scream on three, Jessica. 1, 2, 3. She's okay. Great acting, though. This is a classic cinematic horror technique, a Hollywood blood knife. Take a look. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm that comes out of the handle, like that. Meanwhile, I'm squeezing movie blood from this bulb back here so that it comes out of a tube right where that notch is. Give it up for Jessica!
Jessica! Ah!
Yes!
Yes, you know that dance, you got blood all over my pants, girl. I gotta change.
You're gonna love your next outfit, Matt. Jessica, you can come with me right over here. We promised you a photo as our thank you. So if you want to set up your camera for me, I'll take your picture on the stage. There we go. So let me pose you with our classic Universal monsters. Your spotlight's right here. Yeah, and on 3, let's hear that awesome scream one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3! Good one, Jessica. Oh, Michael, you got a little love there. Come with me, Jessica. You should go home, Michael Myers. That was amazing. I wish we could see it again, and I think we can. Take a look at the side screens. A perfect still, right out of a horror movie. Give it up for Jessica one more time, everyone. Oh. No? Stay. So far, we have shown you practical effects. Now we're switched to visual effects, which are done in a computer, specifically motion capture. So to help me demonstrate motion capture, or mocap, welcome back my co-host, Matt!
That's right, soak it in, people.
Matt, you're looking good.
It's tight.
Yeah. Why don't we just activate our perimeter sensors, please? So the dots that you see on his suit, they reflect light to our sensors, which then goes into our computer and captures all of their locations. Are you okay?
It's really tight.
Okay. They love it. So let's just see the capture on our screens down here. Now the computer connects the dots on his suit and creates the digital skeleton that you see. So Matt, you can do a T-pose. That's perfect. We always start with this T-pose to mark the beginning of each take. That way it is easier for us to go back. Matt?
What?
We saw that.
Yeah, you did.
Take your left hand, touch the tip of your nose for me. Good, and now your right hand. And let's do both arms one more time. We start with some simple movements so that we can calibrate our system. And you can relax your arms. Next, we do full body movements. Start with jumping jacks. Great. In a little bit, you can just jog in place. So digital animators will start with the skeleton. Then they can change the aspect ratio, add a wire frame on top. Finally, they can add skins. Using this technology, we can turn Matt and his movements into anything that we want. So Matt, we've turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear.
Hi, I'm a teddy bear. Oh.
But you're not just any teddy bear. You're the star of Universal's Ted.
Then let's get funky, Susan.
Let's do it, Matt.
All right, here we go. Check this out. Here we go.
Hey.
This is for the ladies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Matt, you channeled the inner Ted. Ted, what do you think of the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted.
Thunder Buddies for life.
You made it, Thunder Buddy. Give it up for Ted and Matt.
Susan, I'll see you in the finale.
All right. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit made by Phil Tippett Studios so that he could act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
As far as technology has come with CGI and visual effects, some things just look better when they're real. Like fire. Let's take a look at fire stunts in some Universal films. One of the most exciting and dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. And we're gonna bring back out our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn. Julia in the center is the performer we will be setting on fire. We have our coordinator, Conrad and Jay, acting as our safeties. Now, You look at Julia's face. You may be wondering, is she so nervous that she's sweating profusely? No, that is protective fire gel that she's got on all of her exposed skin areas. You may know what it's like if you miss a spot with sunscreen? Imagine if you missed a spot while on fire. Before we fuel, we check our extinguishers in case of an early ignition.
Excuse me, Susan. Ready to fuel.
Copy.
Jay, ready. Julia, ready. Fueling.
At the completion of the shot, Julia will make her way to this fire blanket where she will be extinguished. At that point, we're looking for a thumbs up that she is okay. If Julia gives us a thumbs down, that is an alert to get our medical team involved. Now, at this point, I need to stress, these are trained professionals, and they're using very special equipment. This is not the type of thing anyone should ever think about trying on their own. Julia is going to burn for 8 to 10 seconds. So I will leave it to our booth to set the lights in the house for the shot, and we'll set our clock to 0. Everyone, please remain in your seats for the duration of the stunt. Whenever you're ready, Conrad.
Jay, ready. Julia, ready. Stunts are ready, Susan.
Ready and action.
Lighting. You're lit.
10 seconds.
You're out.
She is okay, everybody! And for almost 17 seconds! Keep it going for the last time. Our stunt coordinator, Conrad Pratt! Our safety, Jay Huerto, and the woman we set on fire, Julia Elizabeth! Woo! Well done, stunt department. Well, if you're not sure if that was real fire, if you're seated a little farther away, you can ask the folks sitting right next to the stage here. Can you feel the fire? Yeah?
Hey, Susan, I'm back. Ready to do the big finale. Let's do it. Ha, ha. Ooh, yeah, hit me. Ooh, let's go.
We already did the burn.
Yeah, let's do
Susan,
the burn.
we got time for one more?
Hit me. Ha. Oh, Conrad. Oh, you son of a gun. Your last show, you got me. Ah, yeah, I'm burning on fire. I'm like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Move, Susan. Move. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
Matt, you're out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
He's okay!
Oh, that worked with Conrad.
That was amazing. Give
was
it up for
amazing.
all our volunteers in the show today. Conrad's fan club. We had Jessica and her incredible scream.
What a scream, all the way from Vegas.
All the way. Only screams like that come from Vegas. Have the best day ever, Universal Studios Hollywood.
The entertainment capital of